Welcome to the podcast, everybody. My name, of course, is the wildest of the Fangists, and we are here back after a very long time of not doing the podcast to say hello. Hello. I am also flanked.
Hello.
I am also flanked by my wonderful friends here. I like to say there's Spirit and there is Darkwave. Fortunately, Galactic is he's a busy boy. Haven't seen Galactic in a while, but he's always welcome on his spot on the podcast. He's one of the OG.
Who?
Galactic.
I don't know who that person is.
Kind of wish he was here to defend himself. But go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
I am Darkwave.
Hi.
In the great Roman times, I was known as Grand Tutius.
Oh God! Oh my God!
What the fuck? Grand Tutius? What does that even mean?
Grand Tutius.
Okay, I'm
in Little Roman.
All right. I mean, if that's how you want to, do. All right. So we have an interesting podcast today. First things first. I want to ask another question to Mr. Darkwave. Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. What do you think is going to happen?
Hey. It's not even because of all the shit they talk about. Do you see when that game releases?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, I mean, that is like putting the coffin and then still burning it in the ground. Do you know what else come out maybe like a week after that?
No.
Street Fighter 6.
Oh shit.
Diablo 4.
Oh no.
I mean, and people will still instead of like the same day or a week before or something like that. So
oh no.
Yeah. When is that listener again?
We said when is what?
Tears of the Kingdom, is it the same day?
Let me make sure. This is why we have phones.
No, it's around that time, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Tears of the Kingdom. May 12th. So it's coming out before. But yeah. May 26th.
I mean, no, it's fine. Let's call it like it is, man. No, I don't say nobody, but for me, the game is dead on arrival. And I'll be honest, these I guess you can call them co-op centric games.
Yeah.
I've kind of lost they are no longer worth centric. They're not. Because these games have the same start, middle, and end. They start off fun for about 8 hours. You play with all the characters or the classes or whatever. You'll find your main. You'll use all everyone's skills to find your main. You'll get bored. You'll run through the story with your friends. You'll finish the story. One friend will think about doing an end game because they bought the game for $70, while the other friend will just kind of magically disappear. When that friend disappears, you disappear, and then that game is quickly deleted off the hard drive, never to see the light of day again.
Oof.
The lifespan? 2 weeks tops.
And let me break it down for you, for Spirit, who didn't watch that PlayStation Direct. Spirit, it's going to be just like Gotham Knights.
Hold up. You said PlayStation what?
PlayStation Direct, yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I literally thought you said PlayStation Direct, and I was going to say, Nani?
No, it's supposed to be called the State of Play, but I call it PlayStation Direct on purpose. Because, it's Nintendo. But yes, so apparently, remember how Gotham Knight had all of the systems in there, like gear systems, levels, all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Copy and paste it. Yeah, copy and paste that, but with the Suicide Squad and a shooter. Literally, one of the comments was like, "Oh yes, Captain Boomerang and his signature shotgun," because that's what we want to play. And guys, there's a new type of person that the LGBTQ XYZ WXYZ needs to add, and that's transracial. Because you know that game, the Suicide Squad game takes place 5 years after Arkham Knight. Now, Arkham Origins is also in that category, which Deadshot's there. Deadshot's white. Deadshot's now black in the game. So within the span of some years, he went from white to black. He has vitiligo, if you ever noticed, or reverse vitiligo. Yes.
And no one will complain.
And no one will complain because you know how it is. But if anybody's paying attention, you'd be like, wait a minute. If this is 5 years after the fact, then that doesn't make any sense. But to be honest, they already said the 3 key things that's going to make it die immediately to me. Battle Pass. You have to play online to play the game. And they said DLC. It's just going to be cosmetic. And I'm like,
I'll put it like this. A Battle Pass isn't like... Battle Passes for me aren't make and break.
Yeah.
Depending on what they kind of Battle Passes are. Because in some ways, Battle Passes give me a reason to actually give a shit.
Yeah.
And play your game.
Yeah.
With the Overwatch.
Yeah. Free though.
For example. Yeah. Now, I mean, you can have there's always 2 Battle Passes or 3.
Yeah.
There's usually 2, which is your free and your premium.
Right.
Yep.
Now, obviously, I buy the premium Overwatch pass because I want my Mythic skin. But depending on what's in the Battle Pass, at least it gives people a reason to actually fucking play the game.
Yeah, I get you.
Longer than just the initial storyline, which will probably be about 10 hours or 8 hours of garbage.
Yeah.
And so the Battle Pass part to me, honestly, I'm just tired of these type of games. These games are nothing more but, hey, it's a co-op game with your friends, and that's how they get you.
Yeah.
They come out, they promise you all this garbage, but they get your hopes up on potential quote-unquote expansions, and what happens? The game dies in like a month top, and you'll never hear from it again.
Avengers.
And then the game switches to Avengers, Gotham Knight, and listen, and that doesn't mean the game is going to be actually bad.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase it. It doesn't mean Suicide Squad. It could be a great game. But let's face it, all these 4-player, 3-player, live servers, non-live servers, co-op games, they have the same life cycle. They start the same, they in the middle be the same, and they end from the anthems to the outriders. They all start. It's the same story. You have 3 friends, maybe you have 2 or 3 friends. You all run through the story. One friend is somewhat interested in trying the end game because that's what the whole point would be. One friend would drop off. You have that one friend who tries with you, but that friend would drop off, and you look left and right, realize you're by yourself, and then you say, fuck this shit, and move up to this.
Hence why I say GameFly is one of the greatest companies that's ever existed.
Oh, and by the way, this game will be on sale within the month.
Oh shit. Okay.
So,
No,
I'm not cutting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not cutting ties with those type of games, but I damn sure ain't paying full price for them.
Exactly. Now, what were you saying, Spirit?
I was just gonna say, I just think that the game is literally doing the same thing that Horizon did. I don't think that like, all right, we're gonna come out in May. What, sir? There's actually a bigger title coming out in May. We should probably not do that. What game is coming out? Oh, Legend is that? Yeah, okay. Well, can you push this back? I wouldn't come out in May. I really did, if Horizon should have talked somebody a lesson because they didn't fucking learn it, don't come out at the same time as a Legend of Zelda game.
Well, they're banking on the co-op and the fact that it's Rocksteady. That's what they're banking on.
Who gives a shit? By this point in time, I can still be sitting here playing Wild Hearts and stuff for it, or minding my business and just playing. I get the whole like, okay, with co-ops and stuff. I'm guessing, I don't know if that's something like the newest thing that's going on. How it was, battle royales and all other kind of shit, the newest trends.
Yeah.
Totally fine. I like playing co-op games, but I also like playing single player games. I like playing my Hogwarts Legacy, but Suicide Squad wasn't one that was unfortunately on my list. It wasn't one that was like, oh wow, I get this game. Look at this game. The game wasn't even on my fucking notepad list to look at.
Well, a better co-op game comes out really a week after that, and it's called Diablo 4. So the game is Suicide Squad is basically that. Like, you come out with a co-op game, and then literally like a week later, a better co-op game that will last you longer than that game will be out, and then your Suicide Squad game is dead.
Or better yet, it's also going to be coming out where there's going to be a single player game that's going to be coming out that's really going to take people will sit here and just be playing hours and stuff. Hey, you want to play Suicide Squad? The fuck? I'm over here playing that. It's here to get fucked to, buddy. No.
Very much.
There's I bet you by that time that game come out, that podcast is gonna be, hey, another company fucked up again. Speaking of,
per usual.
Next thing, I want to talk about Wild Hearts. How are you guys enjoying Wild Hearts so far?
I am liking Wild Hearts. I think it is while not a perfect game,
yes,
it is a really refreshing game, a fresh hunting game that, it's just really good.
Yeah, I like it myself. Considering that it is, kind of early in its life cycle, I hope the next thing that they do is add more monsters and, kind of keep the monsters fresh, because, I can only fight the same monsters in 2 different colors so many times before I go, okay, can we fight something new, please?
Camera.
And the camera is awful. This camera is fucking awful, and I can't take this shit.
Who said that?
The camera is awful, but I'm liking the weapons so far, except the cannon. I just can't like that weapon.
The cannon, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
But I can see why people aren't into it.
Yeah. And you're probably right. The Call Blades are probably going to be the most used things in the world. Spirit said, "Fuck yeah."
Pretty much.
Yeah. Like you said, those are probably going to be the most used weapons, or probably are the currently most used weapons in the game, which makes sense to me, because they're actually one of the most unique. In fact, I think they are the most unique in the game so far, until they probably add something else. But for right now, they're the most non-Monster Hunter type weapons that they have, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like they make you feel like you're more playing Attack on Titan than you are playing Monster Hunter, which is actually, if anybody ever played that Attack on Titan made by Koei Tecmo, that game was actually really fun. But yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this: for Wild Hearts, very, very. What's the word I want to say? It's found its place.
Yeah.
In the hunting. I'm not going to zing them on the monsters just yet. But as I said to you off stream, it's not about how they start. It's about how they move forward.
Yeah.
It's not even how they finish. It's how they move forward.
Yeah.
Because the end goal is you make more of these games.
Yeah.
So it's how they move forward with, the roadmap or whatever the hell it may be.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
I got nothing, man. You know, it's a very good monster hunting game.
Yeah.
That
I like it.
Many will debate is better than, you know, some will think it's better than Monster Hunter. Some will not.
Yeah.
I think that I wouldn't say it's necessarily better in terms of technicals because the camera in this game is just god awful. I will say for the weapons, the combat in this game to me is funner than Monster Hunter. We'll put it like that. But overall,
yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying. But if I was to say it is better than the Monster Hunter, it's gonna be Rise. But World, I'm gonna be like, maybe later down the line, hopefully. But so far, like I said, it's a fantastic game, and I've been enjoying myself. It's just if they go the first monster is a golden King Tusk, and I'm gonna be like, are you fucking stupid? At that point, I'd be like, no, stop. A new monster completely.
What was that childhood story or that childhood rap? Oh, I am a horse of a different color.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, don't, as long as it's not like, hey, the new monster is in fact a red and purple lava back. And you'd be like, what the fuck? even you, Darkwave, you'd probably be like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
You be able to fucking like can you imagine that shit? It was like gray Amaterasu. You be like, what the fuck? New monsters, not different colored monsters. Jesus Christ. Oh shit.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's why I said we'll see. Like they
roll, man.
Yeah, they need to and they said new weapons. I hope their weapons are, great and not just not on the skill tree, which would be very dumb. But that's just me. Yeah. All right. And the last thing, maybe not the last thing here, I want to talk about is Hogwarts Legacy. And of course, I would like to apologize to the people who made Hogwarts Legacy because the game is actually good. And I'm still laughing. I'm laughing because these people took them decades to finally actually make a game that's, not shit. It's actually good. Let's give them a round of applause.
Golf clap.
Yeah, golf clap. That's what. But I am proud to say that the boycott failed miserably. The boycott failed so fucking bad. What the fuck is the point of the boycott?
Just a bitch. Just a bitch. Again, I have people in the LGBTQIA plus community that literally have bought the fucking game.
Oh, that's a
You said what, Duckway?
I was reading something about the Wild Hearts weapons. It does say weapon types.
Okay. That's whatever. We'll see. But yeah, the LGBTQXWPZA2. Yeah, they were a little oversensitive on her comments, but then a lot of people don't understand the basics of making a video game. Yeah, they really honestly think. I've actually heard somebody say that what the fuck is her name?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling made the game, and I said, I actually had to comment. I said, J.K. Rowling did not make this game. She was not in the studio making this game. J.K. Rowling made the world that the game takes place in.
I doubt she knows how to fucking do game design and anything. I doubt she knows how to do any of this shit to put game. I mean, it's kind of the same with the Golem game, which McCullough made the character, but he didn't make this fucking game. Well, first of all, he's also dead, but if he was alive, what's the truth? But I'm pretty sure Tolkien did not make the Golem game. He just made the universe and that character.
Okay, you're right. It's like the same thing with the Witcher guy. He didn't make, the game, he made the world. But at the end of the day, right, a lot of people are grasping the concept that J.K. Rowling did not make the game. She made the world. Now, does everybody here know what that means? That means anything with Hogwarts, she gets money. When Universal Studios opens their gates, if anybody buys a butterbeer, she gets money. If anybody...
I'm also confused because I've never seen riots or people standing outside the fucking Harry Potter store in New York. You know, there's a whole ass Harry Potter store, right?
No.
It's like 2-3 levels. I think it's like 2 levels or whatever. It's a whole ass store. That store is always packed. I've never heard of seeing people stand outside rioting in front of that fucking store. It's in New York. I kid you not, because I was really thinking about going to that store if I was ever gone to New York. But yeah, I've never heard riots and stuff. I figured that would be easier to riot in front of a store versus for a whole ass video game. Like, was you going to go to individually every single retailer and boycott the game? Versus it's just easier to go to an actual store, but nobody has ever done that. You can look it up. Try to see if maybe there were riots for the fucking Harry Potter store, but I'm pretty sure I would have heard about it. Nobody fucking rioted for that store. And just like I'm pretty also sure nobody goes to fucking Legos and does that same shit either, but what do I know?
Hell, even Mighty Keith even brought it up. He was like, but no one goes outside and riots outside of Universal Studios or goes to any TV stations that actually plays a Harry Potter marathon. No one does this yet.
Yeah, I've never seen people boycott Tubi or Peacock, because Peacock has all of them on their service, and including the fucking anniversary edition.
But yet, they tried to boycott this game, stop people from streaming it, harass people from streaming it, and it doesn't make any sense. Try to spoil it for a lot of people, even though, and the fucked up part is that one failed because people did not give a fuck that you spoiled the game. They were like, well, I'm still gonna play it. And then a lot of people was just like, bro, I'm gonna, like, when you have a bunch of people going, I'm about to buy 2 copies of it and get the deluxe edition on purpose. It's like, yo, you forgot that this last 6 years, somebody was fucking, a group of people was making this game. They were making the game. Second, you can't say that you're transphobe when there's actually a trans person in the game.
Also, I'm sorry, if you sit here and complain and bitching about this video game, I bet not have ever seen you eat fucking at Chick-fil-A. If you've eaten at fucking Chick-fil-A and then sitting here bitching about this fucking game, you're a hypocrite. You can go eat a bag of dicks. Some of these other fucking companies and stuff like that it's also done, and not even with them being transphobe, but them being fucking racist or whatever like that, for people knowing that they don't really particularly like when black people wear their shit or sell their shit or whatever like that or promote their stuff. I've not heard people fucking writing about clothing brands and shit like that. But when it comes to and that just opens up the whole can of worms. I'm not even gonna get into that because that community has taken over as far as they haven't even anyway. But yeah, it's just a bunch of people that it's just easier for them to sit here and bitch and complain in front of a fucking computer screen versus actually fucking doing something.
Yeah, like when they tried to cancel Dave Chappelle and that failed, and it's just at this point, I don't know what that group is doing, but every time a video game boycott happens, it's either going to lose or it's going to win. And every time it loses, it's always the fault of people not, doing their due diligence to boycott. And I believe it was Darkwave that said it the best. He was like, if you're going to boycott something, you got to do it all the way. You can't half-ass your boycott.
Yeah.
AKA the Bayonetta 3 situation, in which a lot of people had egg on their face who boycotted the game.
Yeah, because that makes sense. I'm not just going to sit here if you're being an animal activist for animal rights or to stop animal abuse or trafficking or to killing of animal shit or hunting and shit. You're not just going to be like, hey, stop killing animals for blah blah blah, animal activists. Well, no, that's actually only just for dogs. Y'all can fucking kill elephants and shit and tigers. I don't give a fuck. It's just I'm only specifically just with dogs. I don't give a shit about any of the other animals. Fuck cats, but it's just for dogs.
Yeah.
It's only I only care about dogs. So oh wow, that elephant. Yep, that's sad, but just dogs. Sorry, but it's just fucking stupid. I'm still gonna fucking play this game, and I will never forget too. And I actually commented on my huge video and stuff on Facebook. That I saw on Facebook, and it was actually a person that was going to every comment that was just like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to play the game. This game is awesome." And I actually commented on my reply, like reply to my reply, and put spoilers and shit in it. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, that person had to delete the comment because people didn't give a fuck. That's why I said like.
I was just like, oh, okay. I really don't particularly care about spoilers and Hogwarts fucking Legacy.
Yeah, the game.
I didn't even care too much. Yeah, I didn't even care about fucking spoilers too much in Horizon Forbidden West, and I actually loved the first one, the second one, but yeah, I did not care. So
yeah,
the person wasted their time. Well, we can't stop them from buying the game, so let's spoil it. We don't care. A lot of us are having to fucking Google shit and look up shit. So we don't fucking care. It's already been spoiled. Don't fucking care.
Makes sense. Yeah, Dark Wave, you should get the game. It's pretty fun. With that being said, was there any more gaming news that you guys wanted to talk about?
Not really.
Yeah, besides the fact that everybody getting packed up with games, because I already got Octopath Traveler 2, got the Yakuza Like a Dragon joint. Jesus Christ. There's Wanted Dead, and then there's Atomic Heart that I gotta go play. Jesus Christ.
I can see when that Oregon Trail game comes out on the Switch. Is that already out?
I think so.
I gotta get that game.
But that being
I don't know if y'all ever played Oregon Trail as a kid, whatever, on the PC. I know I'm probably telling my age here, because we used to have CDs, kids. We used to put them in the computer, and we used to have to play them in that big old fat ass tower drink. I used to put them in there and then actually play. Oh, good times. But anyway, this was floppy disks were getting phased out. But anyway, yeah, Oregon Trail, man, that was the shit.
Okay. So let's move on to wrestling. I would like to first talk about the Elimination Roman. Did anybody watch the Elimination Roman?
Yeah.
The Elimination Roman.
The Elimination Roman.
Yeah, the Elimination Roman. That pay-per-view that came out.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. With Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Yeah, Elimination Roman. At this point, alright, and I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to be real honest with you. Do you guys even at this point think Roman's going to lose at WrestleMania?
Nope. I'm going to say this every time he's in a match. So he loses. LOL, Roman wins.
Yeah. Because at this point, this is starting to become so stale that he's turning it into John Cena. Even though this is the greatest part of his career. He's a heel, he's enjoying successes, but good God almighty, he should have lost that belt 2 fucking decades ago. Jesus Christ. It's like Braun Breaker on NXT. It's just stop. Okay, change the belt. Your belt's getting stale. Also, you know what else is dying? Fucking Bray Wyatt. What the fuck is going on with this guy now?
Bray Wyatt.
Like, okay, Bray. Just 1, you had 1 match in this roster. 2, can you please calm down with the supernatural stuff? And 3, good God, just come out and wrestle somebody. Jesus Christ. I'm getting quite tired of watching this man, make veiled things and then talk about random shit and then talk about other random shit, and then next thing you know, it's like, run. I'm like, why is Brock Lesnar running from you? Or Bobby Lashley running from you? But, going...
Why comes on TV.
You said what?
Why comes on TV. When he comes on TV, I am non, bore, and sore.
Yeah. And I love Bray Wyatt, but Jesus F. Christ, seriously. He needs to stop. Right? Before his joint ends up like a One Piece episode, like One Piece, with his joint lasts forever and doesn't know when to stop. Jesus Christ. Can they please just stop? Reveal who Uncle Howdy is already. We've been through this for like 2 years. It felt like 2 years. It hasn't been 2 years. We both know this. Yeah, but back to the Elimination Chamber. The female Elimination Chamber was actually pretty cool. Right woman won.
Nice.
Oscar winning that joint. Then after that, we got to watch one of the worst matches I think I've seen this year. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley 3, which specifically ended in no disqualification, which is confusing because it ended in no disqualification. We may get Omos versus Lesnar at the at a WrestleMania. Who's ready to watch Omos versus Lesnar? Spirit said me.
What, Omos?
Yeah, Omos is one of the greatest wrestlers of our generation. You know, he's a giant African man, which, you know, for some reason is a quality, you know, instead of anything else. But yes, he's a giant African man. So therefore, automatically, he gets to go against Brock Lesnar at the Showcase of the Immortals, because that's what I want to see. Because he's an immortal, because he's big. As Spirit said. So, you know, that's that one. What was the other match on there? There had to be another pointless match. Let me double check these matches. The men's elimination chamber is actually pretty cool too. You know, Austin Theory got destroyed in the pod, which was you know, so messed up, bro. And then there's oops, that's what eliminate tune. I don't know how to spell it anymore. Elimination Chamber. I already put it in. Shut up.
Roman Paul.
Oh yeah, there was Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Judgment Day. I totally forgot about that match. Finn Balor and Ripley. Yeah, that match was okay. I don't know what to tell them.
Botch Phoenix?
Yeah, Botch Phoenix. You're right. That match was okay, but the shatter machine at the end was pretty tight. I'm not gonna lie to you. Granted, I didn't see it. I heard it, but I didn't see it. So I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna take people's word for it that it was a shatter machine. Also, during the men's elimination chamber, I literally called Logan Paul was going to come out and interfere in a match against Seth Rollins, and sure enough, he did. And then there was the match with the most predictable stakes in history, and that is fucking Roman versus Sami Zayn, in which I don't think anybody in that grandmother thought that that Sami was going to win. It's not physically possible at this point that you could have thought Sami was going to win.
There's some people who thought he would.
Yeah, that was the fucked up part. And I was just like, why do you think Sami's going to win this? Yes, I'd rather see Sami versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, which would be a far more interesting and entertaining match. But we both know, right? And I think they know that they're having issues with Cody Rhodes getting over at this point. So they keep trying to make it, you know, epic, but they can't make that epic. So far after the Elimination Chamber, they're trying to build the match with Cody Rhodes and freaking Roman Reigns, but they have not gone face to face. Only Paul Heyman has come out. 2, this Jey Uso thing is so, like, while it is entertaining, I'm pretty positive Jey Uso is going to betray Sami Zayn, quote unquote, and they're going to beat the shit out of Sami Zayn. It's going to be a tag match at WrestleMania with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which I'm like, that's not as good as Kevin Owens in a title match. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is you said what?
So the path to WrestleMania is not only a predictably good, good thing, or good one, because predictably not always bad.
No.
But this Roman shit. Oh,
you yawned.
Sorry about that. They got 4 weeks. I was yawning. Yeah. They got 4 weeks to make people care about Cody beating Roman. And I don't think there's enough time for the fan base to care.
Yeah.
And they may actually take the belt. They may actually just have Roman win because he's so close to 1,000. By the time that we get to that particular match, he'll be at 9,000 or 9,000. He'll be close to 1,000.
Yeah. That's why I said at this point, it's almost like you might as well just give Roman. They're not going to have Roman lose at WrestleMania. And of course, my final question of the night for everybody, and this is the one I asked, before, but at this point, I'm going to ask now. How do you feel about creative at this point?
They're creative?
Yeah, they're creative.
There's a lot of mishaps, but there's some things that's, decent. I don't think it's perfect. Hell, I don't even think it's really good. It's just decent. As far as that's my answer. Just decent.
To be completely honest with me, at this point, it's starting to become like some missteps that Triple H is doing. Like again, that Mountain Dew pitchback match. I was like, this can't be Triple H making this stupid ass match. It can't be. Like, who the fuck thought of this? And it better not be Bray Wyatt that thought of this Mountain Dew pitchback match. Also, what the fuck are they doing with LA Knight right now? Also, why is Otis even a considerate in the Maximum Male Models? My bad.
Otis.
Otis and the Maximum Male Losers who haven't won a single tag team match. Ever.
Who?
My friend, you're asking questions to which none of us can even answer.
Okay. And how about Los Lotharios? With Angel Garza and his cousin. Okay?
Who?
Los Lotharios. What happened to those guys? Why don't they just win matches? Or Hit Row.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. It's just, yes, I know you guys don't know the answer to these questions, but these questions are just like, why are these questions coming up in a post-Vince era of WWE? What are you doing? Jesus Christ. Separate the tag team belts. No. Take the fucking tag team belts off of the Usos. For the love of God. I know there's no division, but I'd rather... He needs to make something different when it comes to the tag team belts. The Usos should not have both belts regardless, but yes, they need to make something different. Anybody at this point. Anybody. Or put all the tag teams on one fucking brand.
I think tag teams like the one that's just float between brands.
You said what?
So the tag title should be one belt and floated between the brand.
Yes, but not the Usos. Like, Jesus Christ, you are literally killing the belts. Jesus Christ. They're also becoming like, oh man, I wonder if they're going to lose the belts. No? Okay. Great. Seriously?
LOL, man.
Yes, and then either separate the stupid main belt or fucking get it off of fucking Roman, because the era of oh my god, who's gonna win this match is now over. It's now oh my god, how is Roman gonna win? Fair, square, or cheat like shit? Lo and behold, he cheats like shit, and at this point, it's like seriously, there's nobody in the back. Like realistically, right? You're a high-ranking official, like Adam Pearce, and your champion has cheated almost every title defense. Why aren't you putting rules in place? What's going on here? You know what? Let me stop asking fucking questions. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't mean to be asking.
You're asking questions to which none of us can even answer, sir.
Bro, it's just some of this shit is really dumb, and it's actually starting to piss me off. And I'm like, Triple H, what are you doing? The same thing I asked with NXT. Why is Braun Breaker still the champion? Jesus Christ. Good God. You know what? I have another question. Why in the fuck is Karrion Kross and Rey Mysterio even still feuding right now?
Well, stop asking questions to which none of us can answer.
Okay, I apologize.
It is all terrible. It's mostly shit. There's your answer.
Okay, yes.
It's going to be garbage until the Roman Reigns bloodline shit is done. Once that's done and everything seems normalized, then maybe you'll start to maybe you'll answer your questions, your prayers with the answer.
Yes, like give me some entertaining shit on the TV. Make my goddamn belts. Like I would like to watch an actual contest and not go, oh man, I wonder who's gonna win the match, and then look away and look back and I'm right. Like I hate that shit so much. Jesus Christ. Also, if Triple H don't make Asuka as dominant as he did when she was in NXT, I'm going to kill him. Jesus Christ. That being said, did anybody have any more questions or comments or concerns they wanted to add before we wrap up? Can't hear you. No for Spirit. What are you, Darkwave?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, guys, it's a good first podcast of season 4. We will meet again after a little bit, but we have some more news and stuff to talk about on this podcast. That being said, you guys have a good night, and for people listening, stay tuned for some bloopers because I have some bloopers for this episode. If you're watching this, there's literally going to be some bloopers in after this. All right, you guys have a great rest of your night or day.
Bye bye, everybody.
And we're live. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. My name is Wildfang, and I have started the podcast known as the Cast of the Pod. I am flanked by my wonderful co-hosts for this new season of the Wildfang podcast. If they would gladly introduce themselves, because I am not their parent.
My name is Chatterfield. I'm a little slimmer. Coming to you live.
And I am Lance Catamaran. God, so
ugly. Ugly. I'm a Spirit.
And I'm with the silent protagonist.
Is he? Are you always the silent protagonist? Name one time you've been the silent protagonist, sir.
There you go.
I like that. I like that joke. So, how have you guys this year been so far? You can get tax monies?
Not yet. Please.
Same here. What about you, Darkwave? You been getting good tax monies? As silent as always. Anywho, now I was asked about your year so far, sir.
Oh, my revenue might be down there.
You said what?
So mine is beauty. Oh shit! I forgot what I said now.
It's okay, sir.
I'm like 75%. I'm like 50% here and 50% Lala, man.
That's why we're gonna get this shit over with quick.
You really plays the silent protagonist role to a T.
I am the silent protagonist.
Yeah, man. Did you hear the question?
What was the question again?
I said you want to talk about Monster Hunter Rise versus Wild Hearts.
I actually did not hear that. I don't know why. But don't know why. But yeah, actually, let's do that. Actually,
what was your opinion on that, sir? You gonna take us off now into the road on that one?
All right. Well. I'll put it like this. Both games are very good. There's no right or wrong. One prefers Monster Hunter Rise over Wild Hearts or vice versa. It really isn't. The one thing that Wild Hearts does as Monster Hunter player is not much different in terms of just the core game. It just feels fresh. You know, playing Monster Hunter for over 20 years using the same dual blade bullshit every time for the last 20 years. Charge blade, bow, etc. There's some things Monster Hunter does better. Camera far better. Wild Hearts weapon in this game is absolutely ridiculous and the most like the claw you're really an Attack on Titan character. I mean, it doesn't get any more crazy than that.
Yeah. Oh. And then there's the what else? Oh yeah. Like one example was somebody was comparing the lava back and saying Monster Hunter doesn't have any creatures like the lava back, and I said his name is the Rajang and the Furious Rajang that do almost the same shit except catch fire. I never seen the Rajang grab you. The Furious Rajang in the trailers have a grab where they grab you and Kamehameha your face, and what are you talking about? Oof. I was like, you need to play a little bit more Monster Hunter before you can kind of just like assume that Monster Hunter doesn't have a monster that's just like them. I'm like, dude, you don't think Monster Hunter has a chicken? It's chicken. They have a chicken. They have a butterfly. They do have a squirrel with the same type of thing where its tail gets a little puffy. They have a poison lizard thing. It's just not a what's it called. And they have quite a few monsters that roll around on this back. And I'm like, you kind of need to hold up on before you make those type of assessments. And I said it to everybody, before you automatically write Monster Hunter off, you may want to double check with Monster Hunter, especially Monster Hunter fans these days. Monster Hunter fans are not rude in no way, shape, or form. They're probably one of the nicest communities I've ever been in. It's just, don't go to a Monster Hunter fan and say, you guys don't have a giant monster. What are you talking about? There's a volcano in the world that immediately, it's like the first thing you go on. What are you talking about? That's like the first one you see. Well, it's a giant bear. I hope you don't fight it. Like, you don't fight it. You really don't. You just shoot at it for a minute and then you kill it. Like, come on, guys. Now, Spirit, I did have a question for you, D. How do you feel about this one?
Pretty good. I was never like what?
No, I just laughed.
Okay, shit. Just for me, it's just sometimes I should like a little bit too much shit. Like camera being that fucking close. Like I'm in the town. I'm like, what is going on?
It gets kind of annoying, especially if you're using the projectile weapon known as the grab claw.
Yeah, this is not it. And yeah, the whole two-person joint that actually I'm never gonna understand that. I know you said, I know. I get where you say where it's coming from. I just say it's stupid.
Yeah, understandable. And I'm like, in my mind, it's like you don't really have to copy the Souls games. Just because
it works for one game. One works for one franchise.
How anybody ever does anything, that's one of the dumbest.
Maybe y'all can't hear me. Darkwave, can you hear me? Hello, I cannot hear anybody. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Oh, nope, I cannot hear Wildfire.
I can't either.
You said you can or you can't?
Can't.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, okay. Okay, he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
This podcast is looking dull. Championship audio here, people. Championship audio.
I know, right?
I almost would say just throw this in the can, but
That's who y'all found. That's who y'all decided to give the phone to you to say this gonna be who you wanna fight. I mean,
that's fine. I'm about to.
Okay.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Sure. Just like it's the whole thing where, okay, you brought Johnny Gargano.
Alright.
You brought Johnny Gargano up, and then Dexter Lewis is here fucking around and stalking the Miz. And then you got hit with the bit, like...
Yeah, some of the storylines last too long for no payoff.